Hi, this is Dan Bidondi reporting for the InfoWars Nightly News. Summer has come to a close as we move rapidly to the fall season. It's time for big propaganda by Big Pharma to make big money. This scaremongering is what the mainstream media calls the flu season. This is a time of year that you will see commercials on your TV, signs at pharmacies, and even at Walmart to say, get your flu shots now. You will be bombarded with propaganda by your doctors, your children's schools, and in some cases, even your employer. They will tell you that it is not only mandatory, but a policy, when in fact, there is no law. And the London Telegraph reports that flu jab linked to fits under 5s on over 110,000 children were linked with a tenfold increase in fits. And doctors should stock alternative vaccines for under 5s who are due to have the seasonal flu vaccine this winter. The action is being taken as a rate of convulsions caused by high fever among children in Australia given the jab was 10 times higher than normal. Up to 1 in 100 children given the jab suffered cerebral convulsions in the following hours and days. And it goes on to say that seasonal flu vaccines contain 3 strands which have been identified by the World Health Organization as the most common in circulation that year. This year, the vaccines contain the pandemic strand H1N1. And ABC News reports that whooping cough vaccine protection short-lived studies warn. And they're saying that experts urge Americans to protect themselves with booster shots. Protection against whooping cough declines during 5 years after vaccine is given to a 4 to 6-year-old child, a new study suggests. That's a lot of vaccines at 6 years, folks. An outbreak of whooping cough in California led experts to conclude that the current DTaP vaccine for children has not worked as well as older versions from nearly 2 decades ago, according to the new study in Thursday's New England Journal of Medicine. Whooping cough, formerly called pertussis, is deadly for infants, with outbreaks occurring every few years despite vaccinations. Again, despite vaccinations. Now here they are, warning you that the vaccines don't work, but go on to say, until then, the current vaccine is safe and effective. It just doesn't last as long as we would like, and parents should know that some protection is better than no protection. That's a contradiction. How about no vaccine is better? Speaking of schools, GlobalGazette.com is reporting that flu clinics scheduled at school functions. The Cerro Gordo County Department of Health will offer school-based flu clinics at various school functions. It's a convenient opportunity for the whole family to get vaccinated against the flu, said Karen Crimmins. She also states that we plan on to offer both the shot and the missed flu vaccine at these clinics. And this also goes back to 2010. ABC reports, family school gave daughter H1N1 vaccine without consent. A California family said a school violated their right to choose and jeopardize their daughter's health by giving her the H1N1 vaccine. Parent Jose Gomez said he made it very clear in the consent form that he did not want his daughter to be vaccinated, but she was anyway. And it states that last week Martha was pulled out of class, and during an on-site clinic, she was given the vaccine. And we just talked about the on-site clinics. And Martha said, the daughter, I was very upset because nobody did anything when I said no. And Martha said she told a school security guard and the nurse who administered the shot that her parents were against it, but was told they had probably changed their mind. Unbelievable. And speaking of exemptions, folks, a report from Melissa Milton, our very own lovely reporter from Infowars.com, reports that New Jersey attempts to strip parental rights with vaccine anti-exemption bill. And it's reported that Senate Bill 1759 was approved 6-2 by the state's Senate Health, Human Services, and Senior Citizens Committee last week. The bill would place a greater burden on parents to clarify a valid reason for not wanting their kids to be vaccinated. It would define and further restrict what the definition of a valid reason is, limited options for opting out. That, folks, that is against parental rights. And it's not only the children, folks. Now they're going after the senior citizens. And this next report by alpha.org states that federal advisors say enhanced flu vaccine may suit seniors. The CDC, known as the Center of Disease Control, appointed advisory committee on immunizations practice says a new, more powerful flu vaccine should be considered for nation seniors. And in the article, they state that called Fluzone High Dose, developed specifically for seniors, the vaccine has quadruple, that's 4 times the amount, folks, of immunity-building antibodies as standard influenza vaccine. In other words, 4 times the mercury, folks, 4 times the poisoning. And they state that each shot will be about $25, which is nearly twice the cost of the standard vaccine. Now, why do they want to poison the seniors even more? Could this be part of the Obama's healthcare end-of-life program? Big Pharma creates resistant tuberculosis white plague. This is reported by the naturalsociety.com. And they state, again, Big Pharma creates resistant white plague through mass drugging. And through the article, it states that the disease is a totally man-made disease. Now, this is being reported by members of the World Health Organization's Stop TB, that's Tuberculosis Partnership, outraged over the man-made disease progression, with member Lucica Dito stating that the drug-resistant TB is totally man-made disease. Again, a member of the World Health Organization is stating that TB is a man-made disease. Now, they manufacture these diseases so you can take the vaccinations. And parents, if you think getting your children vaccinated is going to protect them against everything, well, the latest research shows vaccinated children are more chronically ill than non-vaccinated children. And this is reported from naturalnews.com. And the article says that research has shown that vaccinated children are more chronically ill than their non-vaccinated counterparts. According to the CDC, the number of vaccines that are given to the children has increased more than 3 times in the last 29 years. In 1983, the children were given 10 shots from birth to 6 years of age, compared to 36 to 38 for the same age group in 2012. And it goes on to say that vaccines can carry with them very serious side effects, ranging from mild complications such as fever or rash to major issues such as seizure and death. Children who are lucky enough to evade any major difficulties can carry with them health problems that will last for the rest of their lives. Folks, this is a very important issue that must not be ignored. Be responsible as a parent and for your own health. Do the research. Arm yourself with the truth, so when you are confronted by a vaccine pusher, you can just say no. You and your child's life depend on it. In part 2 of this special report, we will reveal statistics that Big Pharma and the CDC use to justify poking you with the vaccine. I urge you to purchase this book, Don't Vaccinate Before You Educate, by Mayor Eisenstein. All the information you need to know about child vaccinations. It's available right now on InfoWarsStore.com. And this is Dan Bidondi reporting for the InfoWars Nightly News.